This is Declan McGonigal with the My Beach Business Podcast, where we talk with local business owners and investors on a variety of subjects. I hope you enjoy the show, and thanks for listening. All right, baby. Episode, I want to say 6, maybe 5 or 6. I did this last time. I'm losing track. I got to check. But today I got on Mike Green Jr., the famous Green family here. Mike Green Jr. the second?
No, just the second.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Don't
okay.
like the junior. It's not the birth certificate.
Well, okay, fair enough. Mike Green the second.
The second.
Okay, I got you. I did not know that. Hey, you live and learn. But yeah, dude, give them a background on you. Tell them a little bit about yourself. Obviously, you're from here at the beach.
Yep. So I'm from here, grew up here, but I was born in High Point, North Carolina. Got family down there, Trinity to be more specific. But yeah, I've been here since I was 4 years old. Went to school, Myrtle Beach Christian Academy, K through 12.
Baller. Give them some of that baller background.
Yeah, played basketball a little bit. Growing up, played heavy at the beach. Was always in it, the rec, the Y, and Christian Academy sports teams, all that. My big trainer, he was my guy since 11 years old, was on your podcast, Colin Stevens.
Colin, baby.
Yeah,
we love Colin.
Big shout out to Colin. Best trainer at the beach, hands down, by far.
Absolutely.
He produces talent down here. But that was my love and my passion, and I tried to, get as far as I could with it, and that led me to being able to join South Carolina's men's basketball team, and had a blast down there. Didn't play as much as I wanted to. Didn't play, but when you get to that level, I'm a 6'2" white guy. You know what I mean? How
tough.
much can you?
It's tough, man. Basketball, especially, I feel like is just tough because I feel like that's more tangibles than anything. Like you got to have height. You know what I mean? You don't have to, but you really have to. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Especially now, the game is getting so much more skilled. You know? It's really getting where you have to be. You have to have every single physical trait to be in that top 1%. But still, even I had a blast. Loved the process. Played for Frank Martin. Just the experience to play high major basketball was in and of itself amazing. Childhood dream that I wanted to live out. But after that, I went to the Citadel for a little while, do a grad transfer year, and I just wasn't enjoying it. I was getting my master's in business administration. The classes were all online. I really went there to, shake hands, talk to people, meet people.
Kind of think about the next step.
Exactly, to network a little bit, and those opportunities just weren't arising because of just the way it's set up. They have their cadets, and I was a grad student, and it's just completely different. I was only allowed to go in the gym, so just decided it just wasn't where I wanted to be, and so I left there, and then the next day started a LLC and got rolling with some flooring. But that's really how I got started into it, and a little bit of how I got into the business. But basketball was for 22 years of my 23 years on this earth. That was my thing. That was what I wanted to do, what I tried to do every day. Woke up, work for. You know what I mean? Are you still having those sports withdrawals? Because I wasn't. I didn't make it to college level or anything, but soccer, travel soccer, same thing with I know kids who travel baseball. You do it so consistently. That was my life. 4 hours after school every day. Yeah. So I remember the first year of college, I was like, what do the classes are already less. I'm not going to school for 8 hours a day like I did in high school, but now I also have this 4-hour void where I used to play sports or be around your buddies, and now you don't have it. Yeah. Are you still going through those withdrawals, or is it? Not as much anymore because just the busyness of the day has gotten more productive, and I've been able to fill those voids. But definitely at first, you know what I mean. I came home to start a company, and at first your leads aren't coming. You know what I mean. So you have days where. What am I doing? You know what I mean? You cold call, you do X, Y, and Z, but there are those voids. And at first, I mean, not as much I missed it as much as just boredom, because there was also, a burnout of why I left. You know what I mean? But definitely, just trying to fill those spaces. Like you said, you wake up and you do this for 4 hours a day. You know what I mean? Every day, and filling those was hard, tough, but not necessarily miss it, if that makes any sense, which is weird. I thought I was going to miss it. I didn't know when I made that decision whether or not what road I was going to go on mentally. I haven't missed going in the gym every day and grinding every day.
Which is
But-
funny because I feel like when we were all 16, we were like, ugh, practice, bro. I can't stand practice, but I love the games.
Yeah.
You know?
I hear you. Now, last night, though, seeing South Carolina beat Kentucky.
Oh,
and
dude, that was a
everybody
big
rushed the
win,
floor.
man. Shout out Cox, baby. That was a big win. That was a big win.
No, that was awesome.
Though I saw today they do these like updated rankings. I saw like I think we moved up to like there our technical ranking or however they do it is like 48th or something. Like we didn't. I feel like we
Yeah.
didn't move up that far, which was weird.
Yeah, the net.
But-
That must have been the net. The Nets.
Yeah, the Nets. What's the deal with the net?
You know, that's a new thing. It's
Yeah.
all analytics.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
couldn't-
yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Because we didn't make it to the tournament while you were there, right?
No.
No?
The first year I was there, COVID year. So we had a really good year that year. And the world got shut down while we were at the SEC tournament. So, you know, we never even had the chance. The next year, we had a bad year, but we also were shut down literally for 52 straight days.
Oh, jeez.
And then,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, crazy time.
Yeah.
We had just people pop one test after the other. And, which was, you know, so we ended up playing 13 games that year. And then the next
Jesus.
year, we did well, but, you know, playing in the SEC, a competitive league.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, after that, I graduated in 3, but Coach Lamont Paris came in. He's doing a great job. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, he seems great, man.
Yeah.
He seems very well rounded too. Like seems like a good combination. That's just from watching, but like a good combination of like tough discipline, but also not a friend with the players, but you know,
Being able to pick them back up. a
yeah,
little
be able
bit.
to pick
No,
them
for
up.
sure.
Yeah, like have that balance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's awesome, dude. So what do you think? You know, I was thinking about like, what do you think? Staying on the sports train, how do you think sports and like the competitive drive from that has helped you with early days of business? You know what I mean?
That's actually funny you bring that up. I had this conversation with a buddy, Alex Sartip, you know Alex.
Yeah.
And because we've had some early mornings, and back in the day, we had a squad go to the YMCA every day, about 6 of us, and we would do it in the spring, 90 days. We called it the grind session. 90 days in the spring, 90 days in the fall. And whoever went to the most sessions got a new pair of shoes at the end of the grind session.
That's
right?
good. That's good.
And so this was every day at the YMCA, 5:30 in the morning, in the gym. You do a little body workout, then a basketball workout.
Wow.
And translating to the early mornings here, with the flooring, we have installers who they need to pick up in the morning early, 7:30, and get working by 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
need to be at the warehouse sometimes at 7, get everybody organized if I know what they're getting. And I love it, the translation part, because it does translate 100% to getting up and just working, no matter what it is, whether you're getting up and lifting weights, getting up and shooting a basketball, getting up and, you know, getting on your computer and grinding out, you know, some emails or whatever you have to. Just the aspect of getting up, because that's the hardest part, right? When you wake up, you're sitting in bed for what, you know, you're waking up for those 2 minutes, and you have those thoughts, man, let me lay back down. The sun's not up.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
cold, you
Yeah.
know. I'm comfy,
Yeah.
but you
Oh,
just
yeah.
gotta. Once you can cross that, you know, I don't take any of that for granted. I'm glad we
Yeah.
went through that, so I can
Oh,
have it now. you
Hell
know?
yeah, dude. Dude, I'm in a bad habit right now of like I'm on the double snooze. Like I used to be good. My alarm goes off. I'm up. I'm good to go. And I still get up early. I mean, my alarm goes off at 5. I hit the double snooze, 9 minutes apiece, so I'm up by 5:18. So I mean, it's not bad. That's a good early time.
bad.
Not
Not
bad. That's
bad,
pretty. That's
5:18.
pretty. Dude, that's pretty. You
5:18.
know, that's pretty. I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty good. But nowadays, you hear these guys are like, oh, I get up at 3, and then you got Mark Wahlberg, and he gets up at like 2.
Yeah.
It's like when are you sleeping? Like, do you start sleeping at 6? So you know that's kind of funny. But yeah, dude, definitely getting up in the morning, getting that momentum, and it's that compound interest, man. Like you get up early. You start even 30 minutes to an hour before everyone else. Dude, over a whole year, that's an additional, you know, if you're working 5 days a week, that's 250 hours or so. I mean, that's like, dude, that's amazing. You know what I mean?
And like compound interest.
Yeah.
I mean that word or that phrase in that book. I don't know if
Yeah.
you've read it. That kind of changed my perspective on things.
Yeah.
Just
What's
every day.
is it called compound interest?
Compound interest.
Okay.
And it's just every day, you know, whether it's 5 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. You do X, Y, and Z every day. Over time, that builds and builds and builds and builds. And it's kind of a financial book, too, just, you know, the stock market. But
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah.
basically every day, though, is what I got
So
from it,
true, dude.
you know.
And it's like also like it's not about how pretty it is. You know what I mean? It's just get it done. Like just even if you're going to the gym, go to the gym for 10 minutes. Just take that off your list.
Yeah.
And usually, like you said, I mean, it's the beginning sucks, but after 5 minutes, you're working out. You're like, all right, I'm staying for 50 minutes. I'm not
Blood's
staying for
flowing.
10. Yeah, you feel good once you get there, but it's the getting there part that's tough. You know what I mean? But I think when you're an athlete, when you come from like an athletic background, you kind of build that muscle in your head of overcoming these tough moments. I was talking about this with Colin, and it's like we did a cold plunge the other week, and it's not, like the health benefits in the moment of doing the cold plunge are great, but it's more so like saying, yeah, I'll go do it. Saying, oh, this is going to suck. This is not going to be fun for 2.5 minutes. This could be shark-infested waters. Yeah. Not really, but like there's all these things that you could say, there's no reason to do this. But it's just the fact that you overcome it, man. Overcome that voice in your head is huge.
Yeah, no, that's the biggest thing, being able to flip that switch and turn the page.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And it's a muscle.
And get up and moving.
Yeah, and I feel like you probably feel it every day in business, or at least every now and then, right? Where you're like, dude, I don't want to do these cold calls.
Oh, yeah.
Or I don't want to do this marketing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure. I mean, you still have. It's like this, right? You have your good days where you wake up energized when you get going. Mm-hmm. Then you got your days where it's like, doesn't matter what I'm doing. If it's a busy day or if I have nothing on the schedule or one thing, it's like, but you just got to do it.
Yeah.
And, try to do it to the best of your ability.
Absolutely.
What I mean? But, dude, so what's your routine? You get up 5:18.
Yeah, I get up early, man. I get up like I said, I get up like 5:18. I get up, and I like the idea of a routine. This is another thing I talk about with Colin. I like the idea of a routine because I just feel like you're a little, if you start the morning consistently, I think it just puts you on that kind of momentous track of like, all right, we're going forward. Mm-hmm. Versus I've noticed, like if I, let's just say I go out, right, and I sleep past when I should. Maybe I wake up 9 or 10 o'clock. I get up after doing that. Maybe I play on my phone a little bit. I do this, that, and the other, and I'm just not on like the same track. Yeah. So I think having a schedule in the morning or some sort of structure where you're doing consistent things, whether you like them or not, is good. So like I wake up, get ready, go downstairs. I have a little cup of espresso. I always do it. Get the body moving.
Take it straight.
Yeah, I take it straight. I take it straight. Yeah. I think that's just a good way. Have a cup of water, some vitamins. I read a section of the Bible. That's one thing I'm trying to get a little bit, learn about more is faith and my spiritual side and that sort of thing. I like also going over, I've been a little inconsistent with this lately, but I like going over goals in the morning. Just because for me, how I learn, how I do things, I like seeing it every morning. Like I remember Grant Cardone, he said, look at your bank account every morning, which is a little overkill, but he's definitely on point that when you're looking at that stuff consistently, like when it's going down and what you need to do to get it back up. Yeah. So that's kind of why I like looking at goals every morning. But then I go up. Lately I've been doing yoga. Sometimes I'll try to just have like a mindful 10 minutes like mindfulness. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just because
reflect on
just like get quiet. One thing I realized is like, dude, all of us young guys, man, we got like so much going on in our head. Our attention spans are so short. Like it's good to just have a mindful moment where you're just sitting there. Yeah. Because at least when I wake up, my first thing's like, okay, what do I need to get done? I got to do this. I got to talk. All right, today at this time, instead of just sit there and realize like, oh, if I don't do anything for a few moments, the world's not ending. So that's kind of helpful. That all takes about an hour. Then I go to the gym. I think going to the gym, again, like we were saying, is one of those things. You just knock it out in the morning. I don't have to worry about it in the afternoon. And it's just a healthy thing, right? Yeah. And then after that, I get started on work, probably around like 7:38. Mm-hmm. So trying to get a little bit of that compound interest working for us. Yeah, but yeah, man, I think morning routines are huge. Yeah. What about you?
My morning routine is honestly, it's up and down. I'm not getting up at 5, and but it just depends. I'm an early goer, so 6:15 is every day what I do. But wake up, and I can't work out in the morning either. I do that in the afternoon now. But wake up, but obviously get ready, and then go to the warehouse, and whether or not I'm delivering, which is usually how it goes now, because we offer a service where we can just deliver locally for $50 to $75, unload it. Get our deliveries out, and then we have installers coming in, and they're picking up, and then my morning is kind of done I'm straight to work, so I'm kind of opposite. I'll just wake up, get ready, and I'm out the door.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, I'm taking notes on your morning routine.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
there's no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a right way to do it. I think it's just something to get you on the right track for the day, the right mindset. My God, like if you're, dude, especially being like, you know, when you own the company or you run the company, whatever it is, man, as a leader, you gotta be dialed in. Like you gotta be the most positive person, right? Because everyone else is looking at, and we don't have a big office. We got like 3 or 4 employees right here. We don't have too many, but everyone's looking at you for the energy. Basically, it's kind of like sports where they look at the captain and the coach, and when something's going wrong, they're also looking at you, being like, hey man, are we going to be okay? Yeah. You know, they're not like thinking we're going to be good. They're usually looking at the leader, and that's true in anything.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, think about the country. If the country's going to crap, you're looking at the president like, hey, what's the deal? Are we okay? Are we bad?
And you gotta always exude that confidence and that good energy.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
You know, make them want to work and have a nice place, nice habitat to work.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
man. You want them to have a good environment, good in culture. So it's not, you know, it's great for you, but it's also, you know, if you're running your company or you have people working under you, it's good for your people too. You know what I mean? So what's your how about this? Give a little background on or just give the elevator pitch of Overstock.
Okay,
what
so
you guys do.
Our elevator pitch is
or just what you guys do. Just be like, you know, being clear on, because I don't think we've explained that yet. I think we've alluded to flooring.
Yeah,
you know?
So I have a Myrtle Beach Overstock Discount Flooring is my company. We're straight manufacturer direct company. We get our products, cut out all the middleman, and we do luxury vinyl planks, which is, you know, you'll see them. They're everywhere now. I mean, you see them everywhere. It's the engineered kind of hardwood look, and you have them in 35 different styles, you know, 35 different colorways. And it's not as expensive as the hardwood and all that stuff, and it looks a lot better than carpet, easier upkeep. But our whole sales pitch is this. We're manufacturer direct. The same exact products that you see at Lowe's, Home Depot, Lumber Liquidators, even other local stores. You know, we do 20 mil, 12 mil, which is the, you know, commercial grade or residential grade, for less than $2 a square foot. And you're seeing those prices at the $429, $479, always in the $3 range. So that's our pitch. You know, you come to us for the same exact product, you're saving literally half your cost. You know, you can buy a $4 product from Lowe's, or you can buy a $2 product from us, and it's the same thing, same specs, same warranty, same everything. So that's kind of how it started, was just product based. You know what I mean? We're only selling products. We're only pushing to installers. You know, installers are coming to us and giving them to their clients and things like that. It kind of evolved to where we got to work with some install crews, all licensed and insured, and you know, if you wanted to come to us for flooring product and installation, we can handle that. And I actually like where that's going. It's kind of got me into the phase of I'm I've started the steps to get my GC. It's a long process. Maybe eventually, like, you know, I kind of, from the installation side, maybe, you know, renovations, building, blah, blah.
I think you'd be good at that.
Yeah, I think it just kind of opened my eyes. I wasn't even thinking that road at all. And then just over the past few months, seeing, okay, wait, you know, we can do so much more than just floor. You know, we can do the kitchen, the bathroom, blah, 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 and then eventually maybe, you know, develop something.
Oh,
you know
yeah, absolutely.
That'd be obviously the end goal.
And you guys, and on the flooring side, you guys sell to, it's not just like commercial, right? It's not like you just have great prices because you're just selling commercial. I mean, some Joe off the street could come up and be like, hey, I want to buy 2,000 square feet, right?
Oh, yeah. So we sell to anybody from builders to installers to Joe off the street, residents, and it's the same price to everybody. So, nice. I mean, if you have an installer who's coming to us, he might get you same product and tack on 20 cents.
Right.
If you find us first, you know what I mean, you're getting that. We don't discriminate against anybody, whether you know, whether or not you're a builder or a resident.
Right,
you know?
right.
You want to do one bedroom, 350 square feet, call us. You know, that's at $199, that's $700. You know what I mean? Minus a couple cents, but no discrimination whether you're a bedroom or whether you want to do, you know, you just acquired 4 apartments and want to do that, or whether or not, you know, you want to renovate an entire trailer park. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure you've seen it all.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's kind of, same pricing for everybody, and that but
Awesome.
that's our pitch. Come to us, same product,
Yeah.
same everything,
Yeah.
and literally cut your costs in half.
Right. Yeah, it's consistent. Yeah, I mean, you guys got great prices. I feel like you kill everybody, in that regard, right? Like
Yeah.
you
No, I
smash
mean,
them there.
There's one other guy kind of doing what we're doing down here,
Mm-hmm.
but on a lower, smaller warehouse, just doesn't have the same inventory, can't house the same inventory.
Yeah.
And he has good products too. But I mean, other than that, you're going to a store. I mean, you might find some. You might walk into, and I don't want to name any of the locally owned stores, but Lowe's, for example, we can bash them all day. You can, but you walk into Lowe's, you can find 600 feet of something on clearance,
Right.
that will never come back again for $239 a square foot, and it might be a 12 mil product.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Must be a lesser quality product. Yeah.
Yeah,
For a little bit more.
Yeah, and they'll have to they'll have to replace it in 5 years anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
But everything we have is commercial grade.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're putting it in a restaurant or an apartment complex or your own home, office, whatever it may be. But we just that's our pitch, man.
Awesome, man. That's
Come
awesome.
to us, save money.
Yeah.
And then it evolved.
Yeah.
Come to us, save money on the installation side, and it might keep evolving into something else.
Yeah, you guys could have a great this would be pretty edgy, but this would be like some Barstool marketing campaign. But it would be so funny if you did like a F Lowe's, come to us like marketing campaign. You know what I mean? But hey, something to think about. But what it was. So tell me, I'm always curious. Like, what's your why? You know what I mean? Like, it'd be easy for you to come back. Like, our families kind of know everybody at the beach. You guys definitely do. So you could have found a job with any. You could have worked with your dad on real estate, or you could have gone to any, I'm sure, lender and worked in mortgages, or just about anything, right? There's a bunch of different avenues you could have gone. Why did you choose the probably hardest path of going, starting a flooring business like from scratch?
Well, that's a good question. I knew I always wanted to come back to the beach to make it a little easier. I wanted to come back to the beach. I didn't want to try to climb a corporate ladder. I had a finance major from USC, go to the career fair, and I just see, okay, I'm going to have to climb this ladder in some random city for so long. And I always loved the beach. I always loved the fact of coming back and being my own boss is something that I wanted to do. I didn't want to, have to really answer to anybody else. And, obviously I still answer. I mean, I work with both my mom and dad in some capacity, whether it be in real estate or flooring, it's all kind of intertwined a little bit. But I think that's just a little different. But the why on flooring is because I thought there was a market that I could hit here at the beach, and with the prices being where they were and where our price point was, getting it, where I could make, good enough money right off the bat to kind of further some other projects that I have down the road. Like one thing you mentioned, real estate. I love real estate. I love it from development to property management to agents to whatever it may be. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
And so flooring may not be something that I'm completely involved in, for 10 years.
Yeah.
But I thought it was an awesome springboard to kind of get me and where I want to be, introduce me to who I want to get introduced to, whether or not it's builders, contractors, just for the future. And like I said, I thought it was a cool opportunity to where our price point was compared to where everybody else's is.
Oh, yeah.
To come in and make
everything's timing. Yeah, right. Everything's timing. Like if it all worked out. And two, I think the other thing that like I definitely got lost in this for a second. It's like, nothing lasts forever. You know what I mean? Like whether you build it up, grow it big, and then sell it, to someone, or you grow it up, build it big, and bring in some operator to run everything. Like there's, you don't have to stick with that, your whole life.
Yeah.
Especially flooring. Like I don't know if anyone is truly like passionate about necessarily like flooring. You know what I mean? I would say it's kind of the same thing with aspects of property management, where like I don't love. I love investment properties. I love what they do for people. I don't necessarily love taking care of tenants. Obviously we do. I'm not saying we don't, but I'm just saying that's not like something that drew me to it necessarily, right? And I think sometimes people get lost with like I've got to love it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no, you don't. You don't have to love it. You just got to work your butt off at it and stick
I think
with
that's
it.
what I love is just waking up and
Yeah.
whether or not I'm serving at McDonald's or I'm a CEO, if I climb that corporate ladder, like wake up and just work. That's what I love to do. Wake up and do, you know, whatever's on your plate, do it to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And try to just use whatever opportunity it can open so many doors. You never know who you're going to meet.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm sure, how many people have you met this year where, oh, you do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that can help me. I can help you this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just opens so many doors.
Being
So
a connector.
business is really, I guess, my why.
Yeah.
Just business as a whole.
Yeah.
Not necessarily flooring, but
Yeah.
it's also cool to save people money and you know make $1 at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. What do you like what have you liked the most about like the business side of it so far? Is it the growing it side with the marketing and the sales, or is it like the possibility of like growing a team, you know, underneath you, or is it looking at the numbers and figuring out how, because there's so many different aspects, right? Is it figuring out like the numbers and be like, okay, we could do better here and spend less here? Like is there anything like you really?
My favorite part has been incorporating like, I guess, the drop shipping model into what we do. So, you know, taking our model and, you know, connecting with somebody in Pennsylvania and, you know, somebody in Florida, somebody in Tennessee, and just shipping truckloads and literally drop shipping the truckload from the manufacturer to them. And that whole business model was something that I had just seen on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like when it blew up, like that's to the extent I knew of drop shipping.
Yeah.
And that whole thing. So that's been real fun for me this year. But I mean, dude, just the hustle every day, meeting people, shaking hands, you know, just being out and about.
Yeah.
Like that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
The business side. Like
Absolutely.
You know, just like we're doing this right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and
like if you could probably not do this if you were working at McDonald's. I don't think they'd let you leave and go do a podcast, right? You know what I mean? Or like I'm not making fun of McDonald's, but really any, any sort of. 100%. So good stuff. Thanks for coming on, man. Good fun doing an episode.
Yes, sir.
You know, we've been meaning to do it, so I appreciate you. Like and subscribe, and watch the next one.